So now I guess I can go here and take a look at this while I wait for people to arrive. Mm, yeah. Okay. So the a poll. How long have you been a fan of roguelikes? More than 10 years. What are some of my favorite roguelikes? DCSS, Rift Wizard. Um, let's say Doomarel. Yeah, DCSS Rift Wizard and Doomarel. Hello, Brain. Good to see you around. Thank you for stopping by. I'm just waiting for people to come here. I'm answering a poll. If you're in the Roguelikes Discord, someone posted a poll regarding roguelikes. So I just saw it and might as well do it. Burn some time while I wait for people to arrive. What was the first roguelike that I played? It was NetHack. What are some genres that you enjoy beside roguelikes? Fighting games. Um, Metroidvanias. Hmm. It is complicated. I think it's easier for me to say what genres I don't enjoy. I don't enjoy games that are team-based multiplayer, PB, or no, co-op multiplayer. I also don't enjoy very much. Um, I don't enjoy shooting games. I don't enjoy, yeah, in general, team-based games, whether it's like PvE or PvP. If it's team-based, I'm very likely to not be very interested in it. Also, I don't enjoy open games like Skyrim and Horizon Zero Dawn. I would make an exception for Elden Ring because it's Elden Ring. It's pretty much Dark Souls 3, right? But other than that, if it was not Dark Souls 3 but open, I wouldn't like even look at it. Uh, Stop talking bad about LoL. Yeah, I don't like League of Legends that much. Um, so what other genres do I enjoy besides roguelikes? I guess card games, but not on motorcycles, only card games. How do you define the roguelike genre? Okay, that's an easy one. I'm gonna go with the strictest Berlin interpretation of the word roguelike. Turn-based, tile-based, permadeath, and no meta progression. And also randomized. Turn-based, tile-based, permadeath, randomized, and no meta progression. I'm gonna define, instead of saying no meta progression, I'm gonna say no progression beyond what you learn. Beyond what you learn as a player. All right. I don't know if I like it even like that. Like it's okay. It's not bad, but it's not something good, you know? It's not like, "Oh man, I'm dying to play League of Legends." But it's like whatever. I can play League of Legends and it can be okay, but it's not like I'm dying to play Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, I'm dying to play Rift Wizard. I'm dying to play, other games. I feel like that, and I don't feel like that with League of Legends. Just had a body ration install League of Legends. He feels a lot better. Yeah, League of Legends is just a straight up not a good game. I feel like the only way to enjoy League of Legends is if you are playing with people that you like, and that's like maybe. Um, if you can play like against people that you like with people that you like, so if you have 10 people who want to play League of Legends, I feel like that's gotta be like probably the best way to play League of Legends. The solo experience in that game sucks. And since I'm very used to solo experiences, because that's what I've played for the vast majority of my gaming life, I don't like League of Legends that much. Yeah, I decided to have the Orb of Destruction as an animated emote, so you can like put the ogre, you can put Shrek and shoot a couple of orbs of destruction at something. Yeah, which is very very much like the experience that I have when I play with Orb of Destruction. You're not touching log with a blink staff distance post. You could start playing with people you like, but pretty soon you'll be playing with people you don't like. Yeah, that too. Like I feel like League of Legends. Like if you try to go hard on League of Legends, you will very much get to the point where you stop liking the people that you were playing with, and that's obviously bad. Like yeah, the friendship ruiner. That's why I don't go hard on League of Legends. Yeah, I feel like it's very hard to go hard on League of Legends and enjoy it. It's like I would equate trying to go hard on League of Legends to trying to speedrun games. Like it's just trying to teach you how to hate the game. Like you can like the game, but if you go hard on the game, you will hate it. You will learn how to hate it. And I like games where I can go hard on them, or rather, the game demands me to go hard on the game, and I won't hate it as a result of doing that. I feel like that's a good way to describe the games that I like. Crawl is like that. Rift Wizard is like that. Even some single-player games like Rabbit Ribby. I don't talk about Rabbit Ribby that much nowadays, but it is like quite probably my favorite non-roguelike game of all time. I wouldn't say that it's entirely like infinitely replayable, and that's definitely a huge minus for me. I like games that are close to infinitely replayable, like that have literally thousands of hours of content. That game doesn't have that. Pretty much, unless you want to repeat a lot of content. But it's very hard. And you wouldn't believe it from how the game looks. Like the game looks like it's trash, but it's nothing but or it's nothing like remotely close to that. It's such a good game. Kochman got you hating it going for win types. I think that you guys are enjoying my animated emotes. I'm glad to see that you're liking them. I also like them, yeah. I had a bunch of unused slots with the animated emotes, so better to just fill them. And yeah, I'm just gonna finish this form quickly. If you don't know what I'm doing, there's a poll in the Roguelikes Discord. Not really a poll, it's like a form. You can answer it while I am answering it myself. How do you feel about the debate over the definition of a roguelike? I think the oldest definition should stand. Um, I think the oldest definition for roguelike, like the Berlin interpretation, should stand, and I think it's important to actually defend that definition because otherwise you have people, and I have already seen it in other Twitch streams that say, "Oh, roguelikes, those games have a lot of meta progression." And that's like literally the opposite of what a roguelike is. So if you let that kind of thing happen, terms stop making any sense at all. So yeah, I think it's important to adhere to the original definition because it was a definition that accurately described the genre. So yeah, I think the Berlin interpretation should be strictly followed. Um, mm, all right. Do you think the Berlin interpretation should be strictly followed? Yes, because it's the only one that defines true roguelikes. Next. Do you think the roguelike genre is clearly defined? Yes, I do. The Berlin interpretation describes it. I think there's a lot of games that people call roguelikes, and in reality, they're just roguelike inspired games. That doesn't make them bad by any means. Like, I enjoy a lot of roguelike inspired games. I enjoy Noita, I enjoy Isaac. I don't really play Isaac that much. I feel like I burned out on it like 6 years ago. I like, in general, like the roguelike inspired genre. I like a lot of games that are roguelike inspired. They don't necessarily have to be roguelikes. Um, the Berlin interpretation describes it perfectly. How would you classify games that don't strictly follow the Berlin interpretation? I would call them roguelike inspired. Yeah, roguelike inspired is much more different, not only to read but also to pronounce than roguelite. So I actually just use a roguelike inspired for a lot of games. That is very broad. Roguelike is strict. Roguelike inspired is broad, and roguelike inspired games are also very broad. You cannot just point at Noita and Slay the Spire and say, oh, these are the same genre, except if you call them roguelike inspired games because they are both roguelike inspired games. You hate how people intuitively think roguelike must be roguelikes but not as hard. Oh yeah, that sucks. Roguelikes are a type of Italian soup. They are a type of Italian soup. How do you feel if the roguelike definition were expanded to contain a wider variety of games? I'm very much against that, to be completely honest. Because I think it's just better to make up a new word to describe what you want to describe instead of trying to change old words. That's just something that I think. Um, all right, next we have, and yeah, once again, I am answering a poll in the Roguelikes Discord. Someone posted like a survey, and I'm answering that. And I thought that it was gonna be much faster, but I think we're almost done. For each game listed below, please indicate your opinion on whether or not should be roguelike. Bind of Isaac, opposed. Spelunky opposed. Loop Hero opposed. That's also opposed. Rogue Legacy opposed. None of those are roguelikes. Now, please explain why you made a selection you did for each game. Sure, okay. Binding of Isaac. Well, the thing about these, I can just like copy paste all of them. Like doesn't adhere to the Berlin interpretation. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna like legit copy paste all of that. Well, maybe for Loop Hero, I don't know. Like, I haven't played. So should not select it for Loop Hero and Rogue Legacy because I haven't played those. Um, you may skip a game. Okay, I'll skip Rogue Legacy and Loop Hero because I never played those. I didn't even watch that much of Loop Hero. It was popular on Twitch for like a week or two, but I never really got too into watching people playing Loop Hero. But I've played Dead Cells, I've played Spelunky, and I played Isaac, and neither of those apply to the roguelike definition the way that I and most of the people define roguelike. They are roguelike inspired for sure, but they're not roguelike. Rogue Legacy is 100% meta progression. In that case, well, thank you for letting me know because in that case, I can also paste doesn't adhere for to the Berlin interpretation, and I wouldn't be surprised if Loop Hero also had some degree of meta progression. In my opinion, that kind of thing ruins games. It's like difficult to determine is the developer intending me to die a bunch and grind a lot to make the game doable, or is the game supposed to be winnable in the first try? And I feel like that's something important about roguelikes. Any roguelike, you can win in your first attempt. You don't need to forcefully die in order to progress in the roguelike. That's like super lame, in my opinion. I in general hate games that force you to do that. Doesn't necessarily have to be roguelikes. Any kind of game that forces you to die in order to progress through the game is not a game that I personally like. No tiles. We are not starting yet. I am answering a survey that someone put in the Roguelikes Discord. In fact, let me get you a link to that so you can do it yourselves if you want to. In case you're not in the Roguelikes Discord, hold on. Let me just copy paste this any second now. Copy link, paste link. Also, Rogue Legacy is a platformer. Yeah, it's like completely, like definitely doesn't adhere to the Berlin interpretation. So submit. All right. Oh, we're done. Okay, that was it. All right. All right. I hope that those answers are of some use to the person who created the survey. But yeah, like going to the roguelikes Discord and asking if a bunch of roguelike inspired games are roguelikes. Well, I don't know if that person is gonna get the answers that they want. But anyway, that is done, and now I can begin playing the video game. Yeah, sorry for the wait. I thought that it was gonna be much shorter than that, but I think I expanded a lot talking about the things that I was like answering. I feel like this might make for a good short YouTube video with some Agent Chuck gameplay in the background.